You're not seeing things. We've got a new drill from Greenworks Tools. They don't just make mowers and string trimmers anymore. I'm Tim Johnson. You're watching Shop Tool Reviews. We have the Greenworks DDG401 or their half-inch drill driver. Runs on their 24-volt battery. Actually, this comes with two 1.5 amp hour 24-volt batteries and a charger, as well as the drill and this handsome carrying case. Anyway, so Greenworks reached out to us and said, hey, can we send you one of our tools and you let us know what you think of it? I said, sure, send it on. We have reviewed many Greenworks products, pressure washers, mowers, string trimmers before, and they make really, really good products. Well, they're also making power tools now, so drills, saws, impact drivers. So they sent us out their half-inch drill driver. Let's dive in and take a closer look at each one of these features, and we'll talk about some of the specifications. Then we'll take it over, use it for drilling, use it for driving, then come back, talk about price, warranty, and anything else that kind of stuck out to us. This is the Greenworks model number DDG401, and it is a half-inch drill driver. So you get a half-inch chuck. By the way, this looks like a plastic chuck. There's some metal here, but as far as the grip here, it is plastic. No name brand on the chuck itself, but it is a half-inch chuck. 13 millimeter as well, if you want to know the metric system. So half-inch chuck, 13 millimeters. And then you get a 18-position chuck, which really, you get the 18 positions plus the drill lockout. Of course, that's going to lock the clutch out. But really, you get more than 18 because there's half spots in between each one of these settings. So really you get 36 different positions that are progressively going to get tighter as you go up the scale, if you will. And we'll check those out here in a moment. You get a 2-speed drive here, so pretty typical on a drill driver. Get 2 speeds. Also a variable speed trigger here, so we can go just about make it crawl and really vary those RPMs as to what you want to dial in there, as well as an LED light here below the chuck. In speed 1, so in power mode 1, actually that's 2, so let's go back to 1. In 1, you're going to have 0 to 380 RPMs. Now in speed 2, going to get quite a bit faster. So we've got 0 to 1,450 RPM, so almost 1,500 RPMs, and you get a max of 310 inch-pounds of force. We'll try that out here in one moment as well. You do get some rubber overmolding here through the tool, and it is a brushless motor, so you're getting the lithium-ion power as well as the brushless motor to stay more efficient as well as still deliver more power, especially for the size. Speaking of size, let's check this out. Now, as far as breadth across the tool, looks like kind of widest point is right at 2.1 inches. And length of the tool tip to tail, if you will, that's a little more than that. So let's break out the tape measure. You're looking at right at 7.5 inches. And as far as height, with the 1.5 amp hour battery, right at 9 inches tall for the height. This comes kitted with 2 of the 1.5 amp hour 24 volt batteries. Let's get a weight measurement here of the tool. Of course, with the battery on there, because we use a tool with a battery. No sense in weighing a tool without the battery. 3 pounds, 2.5 ounces. So pretty light tool, but again, we've only got a 2.5 amp hour battery on here. And as I mentioned, it comes kitted with 2 of those. Now, one thing interesting on these batteries is they do have, they've got a USB port here right in the top of them. Now, the kind of the pain of this is it's got a little spring-loaded door, which is great because that keeps any, debris falling in there. But to be able to hold that back and to put a USB port or USB cable in there is kind of a pain. But let me show you how to do that. It's actually pretty simple. At first I saw it and I thought, this is crazy. How are we going to do this? But literally you just take the USB cable and slide it back, and then you can just slide the cable in there. And that's going to be a max of a 1 amp output. So you can charge your smart devices, but mostly it'll be your smaller items like your phones and things, because your larger items are probably going to require 2.1 amps out or something like that. But this is only a 1 amp output. But hey, that's nice to be integrated right there into the battery and you don't have to have anything extra. Just pull the battery out of your tool and you can charge your phone right off of it. Also, you get a battery gauge right there. So 3 lights going to indicate whether you're, third of the charge, 2/3 of the charge, or at the top 1/3, or full capacity, if you will. Let's take this drill and let's try it on a few things, and let's see what we think about the power and the output. We've got some simple pressure treated 4x4 lumber, so about 3.5 inches thick, and then we've got them doubled up side by side. Regardless, we're going to use the Greenworks drill, drive some screws in here, use the different clutch settings, and see how much power it has to drive those screws, as well as how well the clutch settings do. We'll dial that down to, let's just start with a 6, and we're going to include put the bit in there that actually comes with it. Now here's one thing, they say this is a ratcheting chuck, but when I'm actually tightening it, I really don't feel any ratcheting mechanism. Maybe it is, maybe there's some type of technology that I'm not aware of why it would be a ratcheting clutch but not be able to hear it or feel it. But regardless, I can't feel that ratcheting mechanism in there, but it does tighten up fairly well. We'll see if it loosens up on us. I'm going to drive just a simple, probably a 2.5 inch drywall screw. Should be pretty simple to drive. All right, and again, we've got it on the clutch setting of 6. Okay, it's not bad. So it drove about 2 inches of that in, maybe 1.5 inches or so. Back that out. We'll go to a 10. Yeah, so that's good. So you are seeing that that increase in that clutch ability, and now it's just about countersunk that to flush. And let's take that on to a 12. And I'm in high speed, by the way. I'm in speed 2. And we should get below depth here. Yeah, it sunk a little bit more on 12, so 2 more settings up, and we've countersunk that just right at flush. Gonna go to a little bit bigger screw, but about the same length. And let's bump this up to about 16. Run the same type screw. Yeah, so now we're driving it below deck on 16. So let's step up here to a 3 inch, more of an outdoor deck screw. And we'll go all the way up to 18 here, and we'll drive a 4 inch deck screw. Okay, so the clutch really won't handle driving a 4 inch deck screw. And let's go to speed 1 just to see if that changes at all. We'll back it out. Yeah, so even in speed 1, that 18th position, there still won't quite handle driving that 4 inch screw. Try that one more time. Here we go. So drove it just below flush. So that's about all you're going to get out of that, which again, for a DIY tool, 4 inch deck screw, it's not too shabby. I don't know of how much more you'd be wanting to drive with something like this, but let's go ahead and drive a lag screw, see what we think. Okay, we'll remove our Phillips bit, put in a hex adapter for 1/4 inch to 3/8, and then 11 millimeter 7/16, and we're going to drive some 3 inch lag screws here. Okay, we'll lock it out in the drill mode. So the power is definitely there to drive it. your clutch settings just can't handle driving that. But as far as the power from the drill, we're able to drive those 3-inch lag bolts into that wood, into that pressure treated. We're going to take a 3/4 inch, or actually 13/16 self-feeding spade bit and drill through this 4-inch post. And let's go ahead and we'll start in speed 2. Here we go. Not bad. One more time, 3/4 inch or 13/16. Yeah, not bad at all. I didn't expect that in speed 2. Let's go up to a 1 inch. So 1 inch in high speed, or speed 2. Not bad at all. We've still got 2 bars left on the battery. Going to go up to 1.25 inches. Again in speed 2. Yeah, a little too much in speed 2, so we'll go down to 1. I think that's probably all you would want to be drilling with a drill this size. There's no auxiliary handle. You're drilling an 1.25 inch hole through PT. Pretty impressive for this size drill and for what it is that it was able to accomplish that. We'll do this one more time. In fact, we'll hit this knot right here and see what we think of that. No problem. Okay, a couple of things. When we read that the specs were only 310 inch-pounds of force and the RPMs were a little bit lower than your typical, I think RPMs are right at 1400, and other even DIY drills are a couple of hundred RPMs higher than that, even all the way up to 2000 RPMs. We weren't expecting much. I will tell you, in using it and the power it delivered, it kind of opened our eyes that it did kind of everything we threw at it. So we were quite impressed. It exceeded our expectations, especially after reading the specs. Now, at the same time, this is not a pro drill by any means. It's not meant to be out there in the pros' hands and driving big holes and driving huge fasteners, and that's why we really didn't even push it there, especially with a 1.5 amp hour battery. Now, when you look at the price point they're in, I think it's $119 or $129 for this kit here. Now, before you think anything about that, we also saw where you could get this and the impact driver with the 2 batteries in the charger for $129 as well. Now that may be kind of a special price, but still, that makes quite a bit of a difference when you're able for $129 to get both tools, 2 batteries, and the charger. Pretty cool that they have a USB port right in the battery, even though it is only a 1 amp output. But it is quite nice to have that USB right there in the battery to be able to charge any of your smaller devices. The charger lacks a little bit. It takes a long time, but you can even see by the cord, obviously it's not going to put out a lot of charge to be able to charge these batteries. So I'm sure you can upgrade to one of their better chargers. But as far as the kit goes, we weren't very impressed with the charger whatsoever. It takes a long time to charge those. We didn't even time them because it just took a long time. Anyway, we were impressed with the power that it put out. By no means is it a pro category tool. We definitely see this as kind of that DIY sector. Warranty-wise, they do warranty this for 3 years and the battery for 2 years. You can find it at greenworkstools.com. You can also find them on Amazon. We'll have a link in the description. It is the Greenworks Tools DDG401. Be sure to check it out. Also keep track of us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. If you don't mind, would you hit that like and subscribe button only if you liked our video. If you hated our video, give us a thumbs down. But would you let us know in the comments why? Have a great day and keep smiling.